Every harvest begins with a vision, a quiet stretch of land, untouched and waiting, holding within it the potential for something far greater. Farmers step into the field slowly, not rushing, but observing, taking in the shape of the terrain, the way the light falls across the soil, and how the earth feels beneath their feet.
This area here
They
has
study the
best
land
access,
carefully,
right?
knowing
But what
that
about
every
the slope?
successful
The
harvest
contours
begins
show it's
long
stable.
before the first
Good.
seed
Let's
is ever
mark it.
planted. Kneeling down, they let the soil run through their fingers, testing its texture, its moisture, its life, because the soil will determine everything that follows. Plans are drawn, maps are spread out, and decisions are made with precision and experience. From above, the land stretches endlessly, calm and open, a blank canvas ready to be transformed. But before anything can grow, the land must first be prepared. Tall grasses are cut down and thick vegetation is cleared away, removing what once dominated the field. Machines move steadily, pushing and reshaping the landscape, turning wild ground into workable farmland. Each movement is deliberate, each pass bringing the land closer to readiness. What once stood untouched is now being transformed with purpose and direction. Gradually, the field opens up, revealing bare soil beneath, ready for its next stage. The soil is turned for the first time. Powerful machines dig deep into the earth, flipping it over and exposing the rich layers hidden below. The ground breaks apart under the force, shifting from compacted hardness into a softer, more workable form. Farmers watch closely, ensuring the soil reaches the perfect condition, not too dense, not too loose. This step is critical because the structure of the soil will define how well the plants grow. From above, the land begins to change, forming patterns, lines, and textures that mark the beginning of cultivation. Now the soil must be nourished. Organic compost is spread across the field, adding essential nutrients that will feed the plants in the months ahead. Each handful, each layer contributes to the life within the soil. Machines blend the compost deep into the earth, ensuring that every part of the field receives the same enrichment. This is where the soil becomes more than just dirt. It becomes a living system, ready to support growth. By the end of this process, the field looks darker, richer, and full of potential. Structure now takes shape. Raised planting beds are formed carefully, stretching in long, even rows across the farmland. Each row is measured, aligned, and spaced with precision to allow every plant enough room to grow. Farmers move methodically, checking distances and ensuring consistency across the field. From ground level, the rows appear endless, organized, deliberate, and ready. From above, the entire farm transforms into a pattern of order and intention. Now comes the beginning of life itself. Seeds are gathered and sorted, each one small but filled with possibility. In the hands of the farmers, these tiny seeds represent the future of the entire harvest. They are placed into planters carefully, prepared for their journey into the soil. Arranged neatly and handled with care, they wait for the moment when everything begins. Planting begins with rhythm and precision. Machines move across the field, placing seeds into the prepared beds at exact intervals. Each seed drops into the soil, disappearing beneath the surface where it will begin its transformation. Farmers follow behind, covering them gently, ensuring they are protected. This process continues row by row until the entire field is filled, not with visible plants, but with hidden life. What appears empty is now full of potential. Days pass quietly, and then the first signs of life appear. Tiny green shoots break through the soil, reaching upward toward the sunlight. Delicate leaves unfold slowly, fragile but determined. Farmers move carefully through the rows, inspecting each sprout and ensuring healthy growth. Morning dew settles on the young plants, reflecting the early light. Across the field, lines of green begin to form, the first visible proof of progress. At this stage, protection becomes essential. Weeds are removed carefully, making sure nothing competes with the young plants for nutrients. The soil is gently loosened around the roots, allowing them to grow deeper and stronger. Protective coverings are installed, shielding the seedlings from harsh weather and external threats. Every action is taken with care, because at this stage, the plants are at their most vulnerable. Slowly, the field fills with stronger, healthier growth. Water now becomes the lifeline of the farm. Irrigation systems are installed with precision, running alongside every row of plants. Each pipe, each emitter is carefully positioned to deliver water exactly where it needs it. Connections are secured, forming a network that will sustain the entire field. From above, the system spreads across the land, invisible and important, but vital in function. Then, the water begins to flow. Droplets fall gently onto the soil, soaking into the earth and reaching the roots below. Farmers monitor the flow, adjusting valves to ensure balance and consistency. Too much or too little could affect the entire crop. The soil absorbs the moisture, and the plants respond, growing stronger with each passing day. Under the warmth of the sun, the field begins to thrive. As time continues, the plants begin to expand outward. Vines stretch across the soil, reaching into the spaces between the rows. Tendrils curl and extend, searching for stability and support. Farmers guide the growth, ensuring the vines remain organized and healthy. Soon, the ground is covered in a dense network of green, a living system spreading across the field. Then, a transformation begins. Bright yellow flowers appear among the leaves, marking the next stage of development. Inside each bloom, pollination takes place, a process essential for fruit to form. Bees move from flower to flower, playing their natural role in the cycle. Farmers observe closely, knowing that this stage determines the success of the harvest. The field now feels alive, filled with motion and color. From these flowers, the first fruits begin to emerge. Small watermelons form at the base of the blooms, barely noticeable at first. They rest quietly beneath the leaves, protected by the vines above. Farmers check carefully, ensuring each fruit develops properly. Across the field, more and more fruits begin to appear, each one a sign of progress. Growth accelerates quickly. The watermelons expand in size, becoming heavier and more defined. Their stripe patterns begin to appear, marking their development. Farmers walk through the rows daily, monitoring size, shape, and health. The field becomes full of growing fruit, each one developing at its own pace. What started small is now becoming substantial. Constant monitoring ensures quality. Farmers move carefully through the vines, observing every detail. They tap the melons gently, listening for signs of ripeness. Experience guides their decisions, helping them determine when each fruit is ready. The field reaches its peak, full, vibrant, and thriving with life. The final stage approaches. The watermelons reach full size, their colors deepening and becoming more vibrant. Each fruit is inspected by hand, ensuring it meets the same standard. Sunlight reflects off their smooth surfaces, highlighting their readiness. The field stands complete, waiting for harvest. Harvest begins with care and precision. Each watermelon is cut from the vine, marking the completion of its journey. Workers move steadily across the field, collecting the fruits one by one. The field becomes filled with motion and energy as the harvest unfolds. Months of effort are now being gathered into a single moment. After harvesting, the process continues. The watermelons are sorted, grouped by size and quality. Each one is handled carefully, ensuring it remains intact. They are cleaned, removing soil and preparing them for the next step. Then they are packed into crates, ready for distribution. Finally, the journey moves beyond the farm. Crates are loaded onto trucks, stacked carefully for transport. The vehicles begin to move, carrying the harvest towards markets and communities. What began as a simple seed has now become a product ready to be shared. And as the sun sets over the now empty field, the cycle is complete and the land prepares to begin again.
There, that should hold it steady. Perfect. They're growing so fast.
Thanks. How's the next row?
Looks promising. Are strong, not ready yet.
All right. We'll check again soon. Perfect.
Great. I'll note it.
These look like they're coming along nicely. Yes, the leaves are a good color. Let's check a few more. This one's right. Good. Keep it coming.
I'll take it.
Oh, this one's ready. Okay, pass it here. This one's clean. These are coming in nice and heavy. Yeah, best crop in years. This one's ready.
Okay, I'll take it.